Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am here on the show, and your Golden State Warriors, I should say my Golden State Warriors, going to the NBA playoffs. They beat the Memphis Grizzlies tonight, 121-116. It took a lot to get past them. I mean, they were up by 20 in that second quarter. I mean, we did have an absurd whistle. There were some bad calls down the stretch that I thought went against us. We went up by 20, and we're the worst team at keeping these, 15, 20-point leads. I mean, we just need scoring outside of Jimmy and Steph, But that Rocket series is going to be epic. But they got a big performance tonight. The two-man star production they needed for this win. Steph Curry had a great game, 37 points. He hit 6 threes. I believe he hit 2 or 3 clutch threes in that fourth quarter, including the 4 free throws to seal it. He was 13 of 13 at the line. Jimmy Butler had 38 points, 12 of 20, 38 points. He missed 6 free throws. He could have had 44. He had 12 free throws tonight. What a win over these Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, they made us earn it. But they made us earn this one. 75 combined points. This Grizzlies team is miles ahead of the Rockets offensively. Let's not sit here and act the Memphis Grizzlies are just really shit offensively. They're not. They're a really good offensive team. Their defense tightened up in the second half. First half, I thought we were way better offensively. But the second half, I thought they were better defensively. But Curry made some big clutch time shots down the stretch. He had a great game. I'm out of breath here, ladies and gentlemen, celebrating that win. On my damn, get off my damn couch, watching the end of this. Curry, 37 points, 4 assists, 8 rebounds. He was clutching this game, dude. He was 9 of 22 from the field, but it wasn't his most efficient game, but he hit clutch threes when we needed them, especially in the fourth quarter. And he hit 4 clutch free throws. This Grizzlies team's a good offensive team. This officiating crew, it wasn't going both ends. I mean, we got a really good whistle most of this game, but we really didn't get a good whistle in the end of that fourth quarter. The Grizzlies are good offensively. They barely squeaked by them, but honestly, just win and survive. That was just a masterclass of awful coaching. And the last 30 seconds I felt by Memphis. 2 chances to let quite literally anyone other than Curry catch the ball to foul, and they failed miserably. 1 chance to drop a 3 before we could foul. They failed at that in a 5-second violation. It was a pretty quick 5 seconds. But that was a pretty bad coaching sequence by their interim coach. I just don't know how you don't get the ball in right there. But yeah, Steph was great. People say, he's not clutch. Watch that fourth quarter. Watch that fourth quarter. Grizzlies committed, what really hurt them was 19 turnovers. They led to 27 Warrior points, and Jaren Jackson wasn't very good and on the whole, and yet they were right there. I mean, they were right there. Jaren Jackson hit a few threes, better than that. He wasn't really that good. It was kind of just the clock management, and Golden State's playoff experience showed towards the end of the late in that fourth quarter. Officiating was fishy in that fourth quarter, but yeah, Steph was great. I mean, he owns the NBA's all-time record for threes in the regular season, and playoffs, and play-in. Curry was great. Jimmy Buckets, 38 points, 6 assists, 7 rebounds. What a game from Jimmy Buckets. Nobody's scared of the Warriors in the West. It took them a Steph Hater last 2 minutes and a near 40-point game from Jimmy Butler to beat him. I mean, the Grizzlies are a good offensive team. But it's going to be tough for us against the Rockets, though. But if they actually call fouls on Steph getting grabbed by Eamon Thompson, so it's going to be pretty for the Rockets. But anyways, Jimmy was great. I believe he hit 2 3-pointers tonight. He was attacking the basket. He took 18 free throws. He missed 6 of them, which is pretty rare. But he also had 3 steals with 6 assists. He was great. They combined for 75 of our points. Quentin Post, I thought was good. 11 points, 5 rebounds. He hit 3 threes in that first quarter, I believe. Quentin Post, I thought was pretty good tonight. Even on defense, he made some nice plays. He also had a steal. He was 4 or 5 from the field, 3 or 4 from 3. He was a plus 12. I thought a pretty good game from Quentin Post in this one. Really big minutes. Jaren Jackson Jr. couldn't even score on Quentin Post. What a fraud. But yeah, great game from Quentin Post off the bench. Moses Moody won 9 points. 9 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. He also had a poster. I thought some pretty good defense from Moses Moody in this one. He had a nice poster, and he had that deflection at the end of the first half. Dude, and he took that ball from Zach Edey. He grabbed a rebound over an 8-footer and Looney was called for a foul for no reason. Zach Edey fucking shoves Moses Moody to the ground. They call a foul on the Warriors. Between that and the clean pods blocks, I'm truly off for refereeing at the end of this game, though. Just let it come down to the players, dude. Moses Moody's an athlete, folks. Even when his three-point shot isn't falling, he's a good athlete. Pods, yeah, he wasn't great shooting-wise, but there was a clean block that shouldn't have been called a foul. 3 points, 3 assists, 4 boards for Pods. Didn't shoot well tonight. Draymond, 4 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds. He had 10 assists in this one. He fouled out though. We can't have that in the postseason. And there was a foul that was called on him that should have been Zach Edey. But oh boy, Dylan Brooks and Draymond Green. Oh god. GP2 had 12 points off the bench besides his 3-point shooting. He wasn't bad outside of that. But GP2 and Quentin Post combined for 23 points. You can say, oh, had John a bear hug. Well, I mean, Curry gets bear hugged all the time and nothing gets called, so I don't feel bad for other teams that don't get that call. Looney, 2 points. Santos, 3 points, 3 rebounds. He better have Buddy Hield's minutes in the playoffs. I'm fucking sick of Buddy Hield. 2 points. I'm sorry, dude. I mean, he didn't injure Ja intentionally. Ja just landed on his foot. He didn't play because he's a sped and a horrible fucking basketball player. Dude's out here to shoot. Thank God Buddy Hield did not play any after, I think it was the third quarter. Thank God. The rotation should be in the postseason. Curry, Butler, Moody, Draymond, Pods, Post, GP2, Santos, and I guess Looney for the playoff experience. For the Grizzlies, they will play on Friday either against Sacramento or Dallas. Who led tonight? Desmond Bain had fucking 30 points. If that dude couldn't miss, the only way he'd miss was he'd go in and out. He had a good game, 11 to 21 from 3. He had a great game.
Getting him to that next level and being more consistent.
For the Memphis, I'm not blaming E for this loss because he's a rookie and this kind of game was too big for him. And still managed to get a double-double, I guess, if that's impressive at all. But Jaron, on the other hand, was awful. He doesn't rebound. The thing is with him, he doesn't rebound. How does Desmond Bain have the same amount of rebounds as you? Terrible. And that play, before the 5-second, the interim coach said Desmond Bain was the first option on the play, leading to the 5-second violation. The Grizzlies had a small amount of time to get the ball to him, and they hesitated, and then there's the 5-second. Still, you gotta throw the ball. You'd rather give yourself a chance than not get a shot up at all. But Desmond Bain gave it his all, though. Like, he showed up. John Morant, 22 points. He went out with that ankle injury. I mean, I guess the good news is they're not doing x-rays or any further treatment tonight. I guess it's not good enough news, but I guess decent enough news if you want to say that. But you gotta see how his ankle reacts after a flight back to Memphis and over the next few days. But John Morant did have a good game. Jaren Jackson, 18 points, 4 assists, 6 rebounds. Jaren Jackson Jr. really wasn't that good. I mean, yeah, they were down by as many as 24 to the last seconds. I just don't think this is really a team that's going to be like contending in the playoffs. Jaren Jackson Jr. really doesn't rebound. I mean, he hit like 4 threes. For him to be a defensive player of the year, former defensive player of the year, his presence on defense was not known tonight when it mattered. Former defensive player of the year, yeah, sure. Steph had 8 boards, dude. He had more rebounds than Jaren Jackson. 80, 14 points, 17 rebounds. I'm not going to give him props for rebounding versus the smallest team in the league. Like, yeah, he had 17 rebounds. Yeah, he had his issues. I guess he played good, if you want to say, but I'm not going to give him credit for getting 17 rebounds. It's like 7-4. Of course he's going to rebound against the smallest team in the league. Santi Aldama, 14 points, 8 rebounds. Pippen Jr., 9 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. And that dude sure does foul a lot. I think he's a solid guy off the bench, but my God, he sure does foul a lot. And he also missed that key free throw, though, down the stretch. Conchar, 6 points. Luke Kennard with 3 points. 121-116, go quarter by quarter. 31-25 first quarter, 36-30 second quarter, then 36-37, or 36-27 second quarter. Warriors won the first 2 quarters. Then Memphis had that big third quarter, and then 27-25 in the fourth quarter. So let's go over your stat sheet. Memphis was 42 of 86, 48.8% from the field, 12 of 26 from 3, 46.2%, 20 of 23, 87.0% from the line, 50 total rebounds, 16 offensive, 34 defensive, 22 assists, 1 block, 4 steals, 19 turnovers, which led, I believe, to 27 Warrior points, 54 in the paint, 26 fouls. 38. The Warriors were 39 of 85 from the field, 45.9%, 15 of 43 from 3, 34.9%. Kind of cooled off in the second half till Steph Curry went nuclear in the last 2 minutes. 34% from 3. They were 28 of 34 from the line, 82.4%. All the misses were from Jimmy Butler. We did struggle on the boards. 39 offensive, 39 total, 13 offensive, 26 defensive. Memphis did dominate the boards. 29, but we did have 29 assists, 3 blocks, 13 steals, very active defensively. Only 10 turnovers and 42 points paint, 23 fouls. But, big win. Just to move on to the first round of the NBA playoffs against Houston Rockets. The refs were bad on both sides, man. I mean, we had 34 free throws. I mean, and the free throw, and then the fourth quarter wasn't great. They called some bad. They were bad the last few minutes, but it took every inch of Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler to win this. But yeah, 121-116. I've really said all I gotta say here, but the refs were bad on both sides. But in the playoffs, Kuminga might have to play against the Rockets. I know people won't like it, but he might have to play. The Grizzlies are beating whoever for the 8th seed. I don't care. But appreciate it. No Grizzlies hate tonight. That was a respectable performance by them. Still fucking though. But they still had a great performance out tonight. That's all to say. Peace. Go Warriors. And I'll see you Sunday for game 1.